I've lived under ISI terrorism. I've seen it and I saw where the root cause was coming from. And I understand deeply the ISI propaganda. I understand deeply because it's affected my own country. What India did was necessary. Pakistan is breeding terrorism. They went into Kashmir, Baluch, who's in prison, but people like Osama bin Laden and the leaders of Lashkar-e-Taiba are allowed to roam freely within the country. In Baluchistan, it's been decades of forced disappearances, murders, organ harvesting.
If you can tell us something about yourself first, and if you can start by describing your tweet a bit, where you said that as a Pashtun Afghan woman, I stand with India against ISI backed terrorists. We know the enemy well. The ISI's entire media strategy is built on fiction. If you can tell us something about, you can describe your tweet and tell us something about yourself.
Well, as a Muslim Afghan Pashtun woman, I had a position in Parliament. I was the Deputy Speaker of the Defense Commission as well. My tweet was not just a political statement, it was a lived reality. I've lived under ISI terrorism. I've seen it firsthand in the last 10 years, over 10 years of my life. And I saw where the root cause was coming from. And I understand deeply the ISI propaganda. I understand deeply because it's affected my own country in the worst case scenario with countless lives lost, of how they peddle the same lies over and over again and breed terrorism. There's more I can say about myself and more I can say about the tweet, but I'll let you go to the next question.
Right. Mariam, while India has hit terror infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir with Operation Sindoor and proofs being provided to the world, Pakistan has been peddling fake narrative. What is your comment on that, and how do you look as India's strike against terror infrastructure in Pakistan?
I think that what India did was necessary. Pakistan is breeding terrorism. They went into Kashmir and they killed innocent lives. You can't let that go that simply. And the attacks that India is doing is in a very responsible way. They're going after terrorism outposts, terrorist camps, places where the military is helping terrorists breed even more in Pakistan. So the propaganda that's being peddled by India is the same issues that they've been doing for the last 77 years. It's the same lies that they've been peddling out of these troll farms online, out of their paid media spokespeople that are speaking, even out of their own ISI, their leadership, as well as their Minister of Foreign Affairs. They're peddling lies. They're deflecting, blaming the United States for supporting the terrorists and forcing them to harbor terrorists within their borders, or they're blatantly threatening the world with nuclear annihilation. It's completely ridiculous, and I think the world is understanding very clearly who India is and how that's an economic power that's helping uplift the world, and who Pakistan is. Pakistan is now known for terrorism, and they're inflicting terrorism amongst their own people as we speak.
Right. Talking about Pakistan, Balochistan has been burning for decades. The people of Balochistan don't have much access to their own assets. Pakistan is unable to hold ground in their own country. They have the Balochistan people have been killed. They have vanished. How do you look at the war and aggression that Pakistan is facing within, and now Baloch leaders, they are declaring independence from Pakistan and seeking support from India and global community?
Well, it's not just the Baluch. It's the Baluch, it's the Pashtuns, it's the Sindhis, it's even Punjabis. I think everyone is sick of a military dictatorship that they're living under. In Balochistan, we have a peaceful, nonviolent activist like Dr. Mariam Baluch, who's in prison, but people like Osama bin Laden and the leaders of Lashkar-e-Taiba are allowed to roam freely within the country. In Balochistan, it's been decades of forced disappearances, murders, organ harvesting, the looting of their natural resources, gold, copper, oil, are being looted, but the people are still starving and they're still poor, while people are, ISI generals specifically, are living a lavish lifestyle off of these people's blood. So then they come in and they say, okay, we're doing counterinsurgency projects in Balochistan or in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. This isn't counterinsurgency. What you're doing is forced colonization, forced occupation is what's happening in Balochistan and in Pakhtunkhwa. So unless you have a military stronghold, you can't keep your own territory. So within the borders of the so-called borders of Pakistan, they're using military to keep control of their own people. So this country is slowly imploding from within. And if it doesn't get under control very soon, what worries me the most is where these nuclear powers are going to go. Where are the nuclear weapons going to go? In whose hands are they going to go? Because they've bred too much terrorism.
Right. Mariam, talking about India, India provides various forms of aid to Afghanistan, including humanitarian assistance, developmental partnerships, and infrastructure products. How do you look at India's support for Afghan people?
I think India has always been a true friend to Afghanistan. They haven't supported any warlords. They haven't supported any proxy regimes. They haven't supported anyone. They've supported the Afghan people, the Afghan nation, from schools to food to dams, to health. It's beautiful. And I think that we saw the solidarity of the Afghans come out whenever this war between Pakistan and India came to, and wholeheartedly, the Afghan people stood up and said, no, we're standing with India. We see through the lies. We will not stand with Pakistan. So the Afghan people, not speaking from any government or warlord, the Afghan people are true brothers and sisters to the Indian people.